Hi there, students. Feet of clay. To have feet of clay. This normally talks about somebody who is a bit of a hero for everybody, but they have a failing, they have a hidden weakness, they have a character flaw. And this feet of clay, having feet of clay, is to have a hidden bad quality. So, yes, he was a genius, but he also had feet of clay. Let's see, Americans almost worship Abraham Lincoln, but even Lincoln had feet of clay. So feet of clay, this is talking about a characteristic, a failure, a failing, a hidden weakness, a character flaw. And I think if you look at life, we all have feet of clay. You see, one of the things with this phrase feet of clay is you see somebody who is your hero, you think he's brilliant. And immediately we have a bias in our mind that says, well, if he's the best footballer in the world, then he's brilliant at everything else. And that's not the way life is. Yeah, normally we're brilliant at something or a couple of things, but we have feet of clay in many other areas. So to have feet of clay, to have a hidden flaw, and this particularly is used for famous people. So he was my idol when I was a kid, but I discovered that he also had feet of clay. Somebody may have a reputation for being squeaky clean and they never do anything wrong. But we all have feet of clay. We all have a specific weakness. We all have something that says that we are something that is not perfect with our character. And this is is feet of clay. Normally feet of clay, it's talking about a respected or admired person who has serious faults which nobody knew about before. So clearly, Boris Johnson had feet of clay as he was kicked out of his position as Prime Minister. Or maybe Richard Nixon very clearly had feet of clay. It's a weakness that is not widely known. A weakness or a character defect in an otherwise strong person. Me, I definitely have feet of clay. I'm disorganized, I'm messy, my spelling is terrible. Thank you, word, thank you, word, thank you, word. And this is the idea of feet of clay. You can say clay feet as well. Now this comes from the Bible. It comes from the book of Daniel, where Daniel has a dream about King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. And Nebuchadnezzar is this mighty, powerful king. And in this dream, Daniel sees a statue of Nebuchadnezzar, and the head is all made of gold. But below there are weaker metals. His neck is perhaps made of silver. And as we go down, the materials are less and less valuable. And by the time we get to his feet, the feet of the statue, the feet of the statue are made of clay mixed with iron. And then Daniel predicts that this statue is going to be smashed by a stone. It's going to be smashed into pieces and blown to the winds. And this is the idea of feet of clay, that somebody has a head of gold, they're really good, they're the best, they're the best, they're the best. But they have other characteristics which they're not good at, and this will be their downfall. So it's some sort of flaw or weakness in the character of a person who is respected, and this weakness can cause them to fail. It can cause them to collapse. So despite his success in business, we later discovered that he had feet of clay. And I think all of the famous people have feet of clay as well. Let's see, Bill Gates is hugely wealthy, but I bet you he's got feet of clay. It just depends what about. Or perhaps Elon Musk has feet of clay as well. Okay, so this is a phrase saying that somebody has a characteristic which is revealed, which most people are unaware of. So when the headmaster was arrested for drunken driving, then the students at the school realized that he had feet of clay. So it's talking a bad quality that you keep hidden. And yeah, some of the greatest geniuses in history had feet of clay. So formality. I think I would give this a. Am I going to say use it anywhere? Yeah, I think you could probably use it anywhere. I'm going to give it a 5 in formality. I'm a little bit reticent about using it in something very formal, but I think you could use it just about anywhere. So feet of clay.